Going on, guys? It's your guy Professor O coming through with a dose of that good yoke. I'm everywhere like broken glass. I'm around like a circle. Anyway, anyhow, let's get down to this round. Now, today I want to talk about voided three silkers. Now, silkers, look at me starting. Long night, long day, because yesterday was at the next parade. Let's go, Dave! Very good memory experience. Memorial? Whatever experience. Anyway, it took a lot out. But I digress, right? Let's move forward. So avoid the thrill seekers. Avoid the thrill seekers. What does that mean? It literally means exactly as I say. You got to realize there's individuals out there, folks out there that literally live for a thrill. There's nothing wrong with excitement in your life, right? Because who doesn't like a little thrill? Who doesn't like a little bit of pizzazz? Boom, right? I get it. It's totally fine. But I'm not talking about that exactly. I'm talking about there are those who want to constantly keep their state of mind or their being in a state of panic, and they feel alive in that moment. I need you to understand that these individuals are very erratic in natural behavior, and I would like to get in tune a little bit into that. Anyway, I digress. You know I'm long-winded. I got the handy dandy notebook in the spot. Don't make it hot. Who writes in the script? Clearly your boy still does. Don't hate me because you ate me. Maybe you need to meditate or levitate. Definitely don't deviate. Start to add a little appreciate. I don't know, I'm a little tired, right? Don't beat me up. All right, we here. Anyway, let's get down to this round now. This may be leading towards relationships, but it applies to platonic bonds as well. Because again, when you're dealing with, when I mean relationships, I'm meaning more than, because relationships could be platonic as well, right? Relationship is just a very general term. But when I said that initially, I was leaning towards romantic, not platonic. But anyway, these attributes, not even attributes, excuse me, what can I say? These points still apply. Yeah, that would be a better term. These points still apply to whether it's platonic or romantic, because at the same time, to be in a constant state of thrill is a very positive light to be in. I really do mean that. There are those out there that truly live for the thrill, and you don't want to be around adrenaline junkies like that unless you are one of yourself. And if you are, we'll go ahead and have a freak all time. But if you're not, and if you have some type of grounded, I don't want to say that, a more mental state of security, then these terms are definitely for you. So stay tuned, let's see what we have here, right? Thrill seekers are akin to insanity. To be constantly validated by being in a constant state of panic is crazy, and I literally need you to understand that. To be in a constant state of panic is ridiculous and it's insane. Why? Because you're literally telling me and telling your body that it needs to be on alert at all time. And there's nothing wrong with being aware. Awareness is good, but what you're doing is you're constantly draining your body because it's in a constant state of, how do you say, like looking paranoia, more so. That would be a better term. You're activating your nervous system to operate in a point of expectancy, like expecting something to happen. And it's not positive, it's just expecting something. And it usually doesn't lead to negative because you're on high alert. This isn't a good state of being, but you gotta realize there are those who have lived through past traumas to the point where their body has been akin to that type of state of being. And now that's what they subconsciously seek when you're dealing with them. These are traits, these are attributes that needs to be healed. And again, this channel is all about doing the inner work. Now, in situations like this, the inner light does turn on. That's the beautiful part about it. This is when they are alone. The inner light turns on. It's like, why is this happening? What happened this time the third? Because again, when you're younger, you're experiencing a lot, and then you want to, add things to your arsenal or to your personality. What you do like, what you don't like, what you like to do, what you like to do, what you like to watch, what you don't like to watch, etc. So forth, yada yada yada. It happens. You're building your personality and catering to it and tailoring it. Now, who you have around you and who's raising you plays a major role as well. And in that situation, in that case, this is what happens with what you're actually tailoring and what you're actually allowing and what you have actual access to be able to keep. So anyway, as you get older, you start to redo the same thing, but now you're understanding why you like it. You know what I'm saying? You understand why you're doing these things. Why are you into this? Why are you into that? Why are you watching this? Why you don't want to watch that, etc. So forth. You start to get more in tune and more detailed with your personality because you're understanding who you are. if you take that chance. Now, here's when the inner light turns on. When you're in that situation, because a lot of people don't do it in the time that they should be doing it. You know, you figure out a lot of things about yourself within your mid, you know, like when you're in like 24, 25, whatever the case may be. And then when you're entering into your 30s, you should be already applying more. Whatever, I digress. This is all inner work. I'm not talking about what you do for work, what you do to make money, etc. so forth. This isn't about that. This is about personality, perspective only. That plays a major role in who you are and how you operate, period. All right. So I don't want to talk about, oh, I've been doing this, I've been doing that. I knew what I wanted to do, which is a good thing. You had a calling and you understood your calling at a very young age, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your personality, your persona, who you are, period. All right. I digress. So when you're doing the meticulous insight into what you are, who you are, you start to figure out what makes you tick, what doesn't make you tick. Now, again, this is becoming a very long-winded message, but I'm going to land this plane, so just walk with me now. Understanding that when you enter into that state of trying to understand, or more so not speaking, when you're getting to understand who you are, then that's when the inner light turns on, because then now you see yourself for what you are and who you are. Again, it's not the eureka aha moment, which it could look, in this situation, it could actually lead to aha, now I understand this is what happens. It happens, and only in the situations, but most of the time it doesn't. You see the dirt on what's there, and this is dirt that I need you to understand. Like literally, there's nothing wrong with excitement. Everybody likes to be entertained. I'm not talking about that. What I am talking about is when constantly being in a state of panic and looking for a thrill. You have to realize these are individuals who are in a constant state of paranoia, and they will actually have a habit of self-sabotaging because they cannot understand safety. They cannot understand nothing. Because when nothing is happening, that means everything is at a standstill. And this is a very, very blissful moment. But individuals cannot understand nothing. They have to have something. And if they have to have something, then that means they'll start to create things, which is nothing wrong with that. You like to create. But in a negative sense, it means it has to be a thrill. It has to be an occurrence. Something has to be stirred up, because stand still is boring. To be still is to be boring. And people can't be still and be boring, because when you're still and boring, you're only there with yourself. And if you're there with yourself, then you have to learn who you are in that point in time. This is why I tell you, when the light turns on in this situation, this is when they immediately turn it off, and it becomes very, very detrimental to themselves and whoever's around them, because they need a constant state of activity to validate who they are, how they are, and why they are. And this is a very, very negative case that I need you to understand. Please understand as I speak this. This is very serious. All right? I digress. That was a long-winded one, but we get into it. Thrill seekers are akin to insanity. To be constantly validated by being in a constant state of panic is crazy. I think I said that already. But anyway, I already confirmed that. So we're going to move forward from there. Nothing's wrong with excitement. Everything's wrong with the safe feeling. Everything's wrong. Ooh, did I write this right? Like, I'm writing the script, right? Just because you write a script doesn't mean it's neat, all right? Come on, don't beat me up. Let me read it. Nothing's wrong with excitement. Everything's wrong with not being able to be comfortable in a safe feeling. And that's self-explanatory. I just said that earlier. I went down to points explaining it in one point, whatever. Ooh, look at me, hey. But, exactly as it states, everything's wrong with not being able to feel safe when nothing is happening. Because then that means you need a constant state of something to happen to be validated, to be safe, to be like, oh, all right, this is normal, etc. so forth. I need you to understand this, and I need you to understand this well. That's insane. Literally, that's insane. It's a level of insanity. You have to be comfortable with who you are. Because remember, when nothing's happening, and then everything is at a standstill and things are quiet, that is when you are learning who you are. You're just with yourself. You could be in a crowded room, but if it's quiet, and if it's serene at that time, then you're only with yourself. And that is when you're able to learn who you are. And if you can maintain your solitude, if you can maintain your blissfulness in that peaceful state, then you're mastering who you are. Because again, we don't think linearly, we think geometrically. And in the geometrical thought, it takes leaps and bounds. And if it takes leaps and bounds, then nothing doesn't really have anything to do with a whole lot of something. but a whole lot of something could be could be weaker than nothing at all. Because nothing is everything when you really look at it. But I don't want to get too philosophical with that, right? That's just as it is. You get it, you got it, good. If you don't, rethink it, revisit, and we'll see what we can do. Right? Can you dig what I'm talking about? I think you can. Alright, yeah, and that's all the points right there. Again, this message is for the adept out there, for the master, the expert, the proficient, the efficient, the self-efficient, the one that's always doing it and never losing it, that's growing, at all times. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. And remember, speak good, do good, see good. When it is good, it's all good. Can you dig it? And for the haters out there that love looking at your boy, make sure you look at my good side, because you know that I'm sexy. Can you dig what I'm saying? I think you can. Peace, love, and light. I'll see you guys in the next video.